On October 19th, 1985, led by Professor Celia Lopez and with a group of local neighbors, we inaugurated the Museum and the Regional Historical Archives of the Jewish Colonies. We began to relive our history, the history of a town that was the cradle of the Jewish gaucho.
In the museum, visitors can closely see the life of colonists through valuable objects, documents, and photographs that are exhibited throughout the museum in a thematic manner. Some of the main themes include origins, education, and also daily, religious, social, cultural, and institutional life in the colony of Dominguez. The library possesses a vast collection of Yiddish, Russian, Polish, and French language books. It also possesses ritual texts, Yiddish textbooks, which were used to teach children in the colonies, and also an extensive biography about Jewish life in Argentina and around the world. The archives in the museum possess the most complete databases in the country, which are laden with information of Jewish immigration and colonization. The archives also serve as permanent storages of information and are frequently consulted by other museums, institutions, universities, and Argentinian and international scholars and authorities. Also, in the old warehouse that doubled as a hotel for immigrants, across the street from the museum, visitors can see old carriages, tools, and other elements that were used for agricultural and everyday purposes in the colonies.
The museum truly touches us in the deepest parts of our hearts.
The documents in the museum are extremely valuable.
The museum is part of my past. In it is the history of my grandparents and of my father.
Returning to Dominguez made me rediscover many of my lost memories.
We all have some memories to keep alive for the future of our children, and I believe that the work being done here today is extremely important for them.
The Museum of Dominguez is a place that the Jews of the world must know of.
Throughout the years, however, the lack of funds has not allowed for proper maintenance and conservation of the museum. Many problems have arisen. Among these are cracks in the walls, humidity entering the building, leaky roofs and walls, loose plaster, and very dangerous and old electrical wiring.
At that time, the building assessment was that of an abandoned edifice.
A few years ago in Lamrot, we decided to work with the colonies of Entre Rios, which are one of the driving forces of Jewish immigration to Argentina, and a fundamental part of our history and origin.
In the beginning of 2003, we decided, along with a group of members from the board, and along with our Rabbi Fabian Skornik, to visit the communities of Entre Rios and to assess how we could help them from Buenos Aires. At that time, we began helping the communities of Villaguay and Masabilbaso in order to help maintain the Jewish identity there, and in order for seminarists and cantors from Buenos Aires to travel there to offer their services. From there arose the idea to remodel the museum, helping it put it back into normal function.
I went many times to the colonies, before and after the visit that we made with Lambrot Acol. In one of our visits, we took along a Canadian couple, Nanny and Austin Butel, who at the end of their visit surprised us with a very generous donation that allowed us to begin that which at one moment was a dream, but now is a project that we are culminating.
Throughout 2005 and 2006, many different generous institutions, people, and companies gave their support to aid with numerous remodeling jobs that were necessary for the museum. With this aid, it was possible to make some reparations to the building housing the museum, and also allowed for side projects to be executed. Some of these include a new entrance to the museum and the construction of a storage space and office.
In the last couple of years, apart from museum restoration, we managed to make many more new developments that are important for the museum. We managed to make a pamphlet for the museum, to make a web page and video, and also to make one of the first signs that will be used in our new exhibition. We have done a lot, but at the same time, there is still much to be done. However, we are convinced that thanks to the outside help of each and every person, help that was big or small, professional or economic, we have been able to advance in the completion of our objective, helping protect the memory of our past in order to help build a better future.
Thank you very much, and don't forget to look for our next newsletter in the museum website.